Hello everybody and welcome to a March update. I nearly forgot about this and it's like, halfway through March now? But thankfully I think we've just about made it in time to call it a March update. What we can expect in March as opposed to a March review and what happened in March, which would be cheating a little bit really. I watched the February update a little bit earlier on today and I'm pleased to say that it wasn't dreadfully inaccurate. It was the one thing that I had said that I was going to do was to after being sick in January, I was behind on all my editing. I had a backlog of stuff and I said I'd focus on space engineers, and I think I've done that quite successfully. I don't think I've done much at all apart from just space engineers stuff in the during February. Which has meant that there's been loads of stuff, loads and loads, but I'm just about caught up now. So the episodes that are coming out now in Space Engineers are episodes that are fairly current. Oh gosh, do you know, one of these days I'm going to go flying straight past the puddle jumper and crash into it. That's that little thing you can see heading rapidly downwards, because we're heading upwards, to the left of the screen there. Just heading over to the cargo terminal, which I don't think I've shown on any of the videos that have come out yet. But basically, in the fight of who's got a longer pole, I'm winning over Mia. Even though I built Mia's pole, I think he's a little bit sensitive about his pole being a bit short. But yeah, this is something that I'm doing because of some of the bugs that are in the game at the moment. And it's actually because of the bugs that are in game that have helped me to catch up, because it's been a bit disheartening, especially for the people on the planet, Planet Salty down there, up there, wherever it is from here. Can't see it. Where is it? There it is. Planet Salty is what they're called at the moment, because anyone who stays on Planet Salty for very long gets salty very quickly. Some of the problems, I mean, we've had some up here on the mean. We are the lunatics. And the problems we've had with exploding connectors particularly have been significant, but not really not critical for us, because we don't have the same handicaps as the people on the planet. We're not having to transport materials quite the same distance, and it's not as hard for us to get hold of stuff. We had enough supplies to get us through the phase of the game where drilling wasn't working, and which just things like uranium, we started having a bit of a uranium shortage, but we got through it. But yeah, it's meant with the bugs being quite so critical, not being able to drill and not being able to use connectors. Drilling's fixed, connectors at the moment are still all screwed up. It's been a bit disheartening, so we haven't played quite as much as we had been doing sort of during January and February, which has meant that I've been able to put out content faster than we've been making it. So yeah, getting pretty much up to date now. But of course that means I've got less editing to do, which means I can play more, which means we can create more content. And I think at least for the short term, I'll keep on putting out 2 episodes of Space Engineers a day, because yeah, it's easy to make enough to do that, because I'm just totally addicted and I've got big ideas of things I want to do. I've got before they fix the connector bug, I've got a workaround that I want to put in place. I'm going to make a flying cargo ship that is just a cargo container with thrusters on it and a remote control or something, which will allow, which by using merge blocks will allow me to connect to a cargo terminal, which is over here. And then we'll have a big space-worthy ship that's not meant for atmospheres or for gravity, to come and have just a flying container come dock with it, and to connect using merge blocks rather than connectors. And then the container will fly off again and go and merge with the cargo terminal. And each time that way, all I need to do is to just build and destroy one conveyor tube each time. So I think that it's definitely work, and it's just whether I can make it work in an elegant fashion. So we'll see. But I'm quite looking forward to having a go at that. And there's still, like, we want to build the train of thought. We've got our the hotel to build over at New Vegas. I've got my cargo terminal here. And for those people on Team Sal, you'd be pleased to know that I will shortly, once I've got this sort of the main functions set up, I shall be building a glass tube around this entire thing. So it shall be spectacular. For people who are not aware of what I'm going on about with Team Sal, it's actually in the comments to some of the videos. Mia was not very keen on my glass tube, but yeah, I think some of you guys were quite keen on my glass tube. So we'll recreate that here. It might not be quite so wide, but it'll be certainly a lot longer. But as I said to Mia, there's no need to worry. It's not the length that's important. It's how you use it. So I'm just going to do a bit of welding while we chat. But yeah, having now caught up a little bit means that we can focus on some other stuff, and there is some I think you'll be quite amused with some of the things that are going on that are coming up very, very imminently on the channel. I was going to say my channel, but it's almost half Mia's channel at the moment. And if I put out an episode, I think it was earlier today or yesterday, sometime very, very recently, called Manchester Tourism, and watch that one. That will explain a lot of, it sort of sets the scene for what's about to happen on my channel. It's and there'll be more explained over the next sort of couple of days as the story unfolds, and it's unfolding in Space Engineers, but that's just because, you know, that's where we all chat. We're making more Space Engineers, and I'm expecting even more Space Engineers because I've got a week off work. It's the end of this week is so this Friday, which is what, the 18th, is my last day in work, and then I've got a week off. So you can expect all kinds of random midday and midnight streams and things, and there'll be lots of Space Engineers, and I'll probably be playing with Boris at weird hours, and lots of group stuff, and I'll be encouraging them all to sort of put their differences with Keen aside and come and do some of this because it's fun. But because we've got Mia's on spring break, or whatever the German equivalent of that is, and so he's got time on his hands, and seems as the devil what's it called? The devil makes something mischief. Yes, the devil makes mischief for idle hands. So I thought, well, we best not let Mia fall foul of the devil and mischief and things. So I've given him plenty to do, and he'll be editing a lot of stuff that we've been doing. So you can expect a lot of completely random content that's been very well edited over the next couple of days. And one that comes to mind is we've done a co-op of Stardew Valley, which Mia talked me into having a look at because I like farming on Starbound. And it's made by the creators of Starbound, and it's a farming thing, a farming RPG. It's so fun, and it's so addictive as well. So we'll be I think we've played so much of that I'm going to put out as much as Mia can keep up with me for the editing. I think we're going to be putting out one video of that a day until you tell us that you're sick of it and you don't want to see any more. But we'll still be keeping up the 2 Space Engineers a day as well, because we've got all that to go. And thinking about random games, we've been playing a lot with Apple, and sometimes with Melon as well, which is, well, when we play games together, it's not really about the game, it's just about having a laugh. And we're not necessarily, well, maybe some of us less than others, mainly me, we're not necessarily that good at the game, But oh god, we've had some fun. Sort of the 3 or 4 of us playing some of the stuff. So we've recently played Magica, and we've played a brilliant little heist game called Monaco. Can't remember its full name, but it was just a barrel of laughs playing that. So that'll be coming out on the channel as soon as Mia's finished editing all the Space Engineers and all of the Stardew Valley stuff. So you can expect all kinds of random things with Apple, possibly others too coming up. And because I don't want to use up I don't want to I don't want to stop putting out Space Engineer stuff for the sort of random things that we're doing, and I don't want to fall behind in Space Engineers again if I can help it. So I think that means that some days I'm going to have up to 4 episodes of random stuff, like 2 Space Engineers, 1 Stardew Valley, and 1 other random thing coming out every day. So some days it'll be 3, some days it'll be 4, but there's going to be a lot of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy watching various random things and listening to Apple swear a lot, and even Melon sometimes swearing at me because I kept in Magica, I kept setting them on fire. So you know, fair deal. And I think the only other thing to say is that, especially once I get to next week and my week off, there's a good chance that I'll actually start getting around to editing some of the backlog, or if not me, it might be Mia, but I haven't told him yet. Editing some of the backlog on Starbound and Banished as well, because I've got tons of stuff, like hours and hours of gameplay that I just haven't put out. And it's just really enjoyable as well. But I actually enjoy editing it to relive the gaming experience. God, that sounds like some sort of corporate bullshit, but I really do. So I think that's all for now. I'm going to carry on making my big pole. It is about 2 kilometers long, I think. So it'll take me a while. I imagine that by the time I get to my April update, I'll still be welding this thing. We'll see. I haven't made welding it my priority. I've been building stuff instead. So I shall see you soon. Keep an eye on the Space Engineers episodes, because they will explain an awful lot more about a little treat that's in store, which is gonna add some comedy value to the near term, I think. So I shall see you soon, and definitely in some Space Engineers in the near future. Bye for now.
Goodbye. Bye, everybody.